In 1964, they sent me to England, to London, for a BBC course. So I was really all excited about it because, my chance to go to London, and attended this BBC course for 3 months. Uh, didn't learn much actually from BBC because it was just the usual, production and all that. And after my 3 months, I had 2 weeks of free time before I come back to Hong Kong. So I decided to do some interviews. So what do? I went up to the EMI office, and I spoke to a guy called Stan Stern. I didn't know how important he was, just want to see him. And he said, "Yes, what can I do for you, son?" He said, I said, "Well, I wanted to do a couple of interviews to bring back with me to Hong Kong for my show." He said, "Oh yeah, well who would you like to interview?" I said, "Well, at the top of my list, of course, the Beatles, because they're number one there, at that 1964." So I had no idea how important this Stan Stern was. He just picked up the phone and he called up the manager of the Beatles, Brian Epstein. I was shocked, they were so close. So he said, "Brian," he said, "I have a young man here from Hong Kong, a DJ who wants to interview the Beatles." And Brian said, "Oh, perfect timing. Send him along tomorrow afternoon. We have a press conference. It'll be ideal time." So he said, "Well, there you are, tomorrow afternoon." I said, "Stan, I don't even have a recorder." I went unprepared, you see. He said, "Oh, well, EMI will lend you a recorder." No problem. So I said, "Okay." So I went back. So the next day when I on my way to this NAMS Enterprise, which is the Beatles headquarters, I saw this walk past this newsstand, and I saw this fab magazine with Paul McCartney and the other Beatles on the cover. I said, "Oh, that's nice." So I picked it up for 2 shillings and 6, which is dead cheap. So but I had no idea that the whole magazine was the Beatles. So as I put it under my armpit, I went up. So I went up, and the first Beatle I met was Paul McCartney at the entrance. He said, "What can I welcome?" He said, "Welcome." I said, "Hi." I said, "Hi." He said, "What's that you have in your armpit?" I said, "Oh, Fab magazine on you boys." I said, "Oh, I haven't seen it. Can I have a look?" I said, "Yeah, sure." So I handed it to him. I said, "While you're looking at it, can you autograph it to me?" He said, "Yeah, no problem." So he saw his picture. He said, to Ray, best wishes, Paul McCartney. And I have no idea. After flipping the pages, he kept on signing his name. And all that had his picture, he would sign. Paul McCartney. The whole magazine was filled with Paul McCartney signatures. It's worth a fortune. So I went to John Lennon next. And when John saw Paul did it, he did the same. So then, of course, George Harrison, Ringo, my whole magazine had 24 signatures of the Beatles. It's worth a fortune. And so I did the interview. So I did it. That's the first time. And then I went back to Hong Kong House where I stayed, the Hong Kong government hostel, they call it. So I stayed there. The next day I saw in the newspaper, the Beatles having another press conference, and this time is for foreign correspondents only. I said, "Well, I'm from Hong Kong, I'm foreign." So off I went again to NAMS Enterprises, and Paul was standing in the door again. He said, "You again?" I said, "Yes." He said, "Where are you from?" I said, "Hong Kong." "Oh yeah, we're going to Hong Kong. We know nothing about the place. Can you tell us about it?" I said, "Sure." So I told him about the red light district where all the bars are. He was excited about it. He said, "All we knew about Hong Kong was the ladies with Cheong Sam." It was funny, but they were very friendly. So then I did another interview. That's the second time. And then before I could say Jack Robinson or George Harrison, they were at Kai Tak Airport. They arrived, and I was there. I came back to Hong Kong already. So I was there. That was my third meeting with the Beatles. I tell you, it was really a lifetime highlight of my career. Any disc jockey would have given his right arm to interview the Beatles once, and I did it all 3 times in 1 week. Boy, what more can I ask?